Hello, my name is Mazzie, and today we're going to be looking in the woods for wilderness creatures. I heard there's some pretty cool things going on in the woods, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool up in the woods. So yeah, so these are the woods and the field that I will be exploring on this fine day in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. The sky is very blue with clouds today, and there is a house in the background, but that's okay. And you know, there's some foliage and such, and we will be exploring that on this fine day in nature. We have our first creature. We have a wild cat creature type thing, a feline, and a dog, a canine, exploring this territory, and along with the cat, who has made a disappearance and has disappeared from view, but the dog on the other hand is still afoot and running around and being a dog. We're looking around here after we saw those animals, and we can see a small growing pine tree along with some other types of trees and some man-made structures along here. There's also a type of a pipe over there. That's kind of cool looking. So I heard that there's some cool rocks around here. There's been some trees being torn down in this general area. I believe there's a house being built. But yeah, there's some rocks over there and some old houses and stuff. And it's pretty cool looking. So we're going to check that out. What is that? What the heck? That's scary. All right, we're going to go check out those rocks now. And that's basically what we're going to be doing. Well, that was strange, but I'm over by the rocks now. There's an old garage in this area, and you know, some old cinder blocks and other stuff. There's some old like greenhouse foundations, like over there you can see. Yeah, some cinder blocks. It's pretty neat, and some sort of well type thing where the water goes. So we cross over this treacherous path here. And there's what looks like an old chimney, which is kind of neat. There's some very nice purple flowers, as seen here, among the white flowers, along with some more flowers thrown about, and a whole grove of small pine trees, which will one day grow into a strong forest. Now here are the wondrous rocks I was speaking about. It almost looks like Boulder Field, with the sheer amount of broken up rocks and large platforms of rocks that are about this area. It's kind of cool looking, and you can kind of just come out here and step on rocks for hours. It's quite nice, with some more giant trees and you know, smaller trees too that will one day contribute to the massive forest. Looks like some creatures have been living in this tree, possibly a woodpecker or snail or some sort of bird. I don't know. I don't think ghost makes a hole in trees, but yeah, it's kind of cool looking. Hopefully nothing comes out and bites me, but that's a hole in a tree. That's kind of cool. So it's kind of interesting, as it looks like the bark here is falling off of the tree, but I believe the type of tree that this is a sycamore tree, as this is kind of how the bark looks on the sycamore tree. Kind of looks like it's falling off, like a snake shedding its skin, and that's kind of neat. And you know, there's some more rocks over here. There's a big rock pad over there. There's some dead branches which have probably been taken off by humans and or fallen off during some form of storm. There's a fallen tree over there. And it's kind of neat back here because there's a lot of rocks that you can jump on. Down this path, we can see more fallen trees along with what appears to be a bee's nest. I'm not going to go terribly close, as I'm unsure as to if it is active or not, but it's kind of cool how bees can come in, or no, that's a hornet's nest, I'm sorry. How hornets can come in and kind of just build things. That's kind of cool. You see that there? There's some an old truck over there, and a bench that somebody has constructed. But yeah, it's kind of cool back here. more dead trees and you know, old stuff. It's pretty cool. We're to the site of the nest. An informant has told me that it is no longer active, so I will be trying to examine it further. As we see here, it's very, very sturdy, as the construction of the hornets is very good. I can kind of shove my stick in spots there and kind of, you know, flatten it. And it's I hit it with the stick down there, and it's very, very, very tough. That's cool. As I continue across this field, very beautiful, very nice. Some old structures over there. I'm coming up on a old subterranean house that was part of a farm that was once here. You can kind of see how nature has once again overtaken it, with moss growing on top of the concrete roof and a tree growing out of the foundation. I will get a more in-depth look on how nature has taken that over shortly. So as we get closer to the structure, you can see more bushes. I believe that is a type of thorn bush right there. A large tree growing out of it, and very, very, very large amounts of moss. And in the springtime, so much grass has bloomed since the last time I've been here. Tons of dandelions and stuff. You can see some old wood over there, and we get closer, there's some rocks and some sort of old
What the hell are you doing, Mom?
Sir, it's nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good. My name is Jenkins.
Hello, Jenkins. It's nice to meet you today.
Native from this land. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
That is okay.
Sometimes
I understand.
folks don't come here and disrespect the land.
I was just trying to observe the land and document it, as it is very gorgeous.
Like you.
Thank you.
I hope my blog hasn't been bothering you.
Oh, never.
Good. Well, go up there.
Yes.
There.
Cool.
I want you to be careful of something. You gotta promise me this.
What?
You must be careful of the caveman.
The caveman.
The caveman.
There's a caveman.
There's a caveman. Anyway, caveman lives right. There's a rock that looks like a whale.
Yes.
He hides and lives next to there. He hasn't bothered me because I haven't bothered him.
Yes.
Although I have never went that way.
Yes.
So, you want to go this way and you feel dangerous, do that. My dog, he'll take you back. He'll know, she knows the way. Hello.
Cool.
That's the hermit. That's my brother, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Jimmy the hermit. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. He lives in the brush over there. I don't know if you saw him stumble out.
Oh, of course I did.
Yeah, I saw you earlier. I ran past. I was scared.
Oh, that was you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Running Man.
Jenkins.
Jenkins? I'm sorry.
Like I said, that's my dog.
Hello, dog.
Careful. Hey, look, get that camera back on me.
Sorry.
Back on me.
Yes.
She used to have a companion. His name was Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff got eaten by the caveman.
Yeah.
They were gonna have babies. Anyway, you be careful now.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Jenkinson. I'll see you later. Well, that was an interesting encounter with Mr. Jenkinson, but he's a very, very nice man. I heard that he's a descendant of a farmer that used to have his homestead here, down that-a-way. But this field is gorgeous. There's lots of dandelions and other flowers sprouting as springtime is coming to a close and summer is beginning. A bit delayed this year as with the strange weather, but nonetheless, still nature is prevailing. As the Jurassic Park movie once stated, life finds a way, and that is a fact. As you can see, maybe the end of May, but the flowers are still beginning to sprout. But despite Mr. Jenkinson's warnings, I'm still... Whoa, a bird! I don't know what kind of bird that was, but that was a bird that can fly. That is very interesting. I seem to have scared it out of its hiding place. I'm sorry, bird, but that's okay. We're continuing forth in our journey to the whale rock. Now to the whale rock, and you can really see how much it does resemble a whale. It's amazing that rocks can just naturally form out of magma and lava and water and all that stuff, and just kind of look like things, like real creatures. There's also a massive rock standing almost straight up. Just looks like some sort of gravestone. Perfectly. And it's way too heavy for anybody to move. And there's the gravestone rock there, along with the gigantic whale rock stuck in the ground. You almost have to wonder, like there were Native Americans that lived in the area. They carved the whale face into the rock or something. Who knows? But the perfect triangular shape with the eye there. It's perfect, along with some fallen trees and a windmill down that way. Some bricks in the dirt and some other foliage and stuff. It's very cool. We have some what looks to be berries of some form sprouting on these leaves over here. That looks like some insects have begun feasting upon. Some large holes in the leaves. Very cool. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but we've had some gnats grace our presence on this fine day. It's very hot, very humid. It's getting nice out finally after this long winter. But yeah, the gnats are coming out and they're being kind of annoying. So yeah. Oh my God, what is that? Is that the caveman Jenkinson was talking about? My God, look at him, perfectly preserved in these woods. What is he doing? I think he sees me. Oh my God. All right, I'm just walking down here. Here's some footsteps behind me. It's probably just the caveman hunting. Some more stumps. Probably his summer houses and such. Some more rocks you could jump and climb on for hours. See, that's odd. It's very square and looks like it has a big step there. Oh, here's a tree. It's kind of cool. Looks like it's balancing on itself on that other tree too. Very, very tall. It's kind of cool. Comb this way. My God! You might not make it out alive. This is the last recording.